な夜だけど、どよめききらめきと君も。Yeah. It's one of those songs that live in my head rent free. Hi meows, Meowyan here. Today, as some of you may already know, we will be looking at the lyrics of Night Dancer by imase. Really catchy song, quite an interesting music video as well. And I talk a little bit about the music video in a blog that I just created not too long ago. The link to the blog post will be in the description box. サポートお願いします。ありがとうございます。And without further ado, let's look at the lyrics. どうでもいいような夜だけど、どうでもいい。I don't care. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. ような、よう、like, as if. 夜、night. どうでもいいような夜。A night like one that I really don't care about. だけど、but. どよめき、きらめきと君も。どよめき commotion, liveliness, 熱闹。きらめき sparkling, glittering, light. と and 君 you も also. So the commotion and the sparkling as well as you.まだ止まった刻む針も。まだ still 止まった stopped in past tense. 刻む The word 刻む has multiple meanings, but here because it is paired with hari, which means needle, the only possible meaning would be to take away, take time away. And a needle that takes time away is a clock hand. も also or and 入り浸った散らかる部屋も入り浸 to frequent or to stay for a long time in that makes it past tense 散らかる means scattered but because it's paired with 部屋So I wrote messy room, like a room that has a lot of things scattered everywhere. も So the sentence is still continuing. 変わらないね。変わる change. 変わらない don't change. 思い出しては The wa tells us that the sentence continues. So let's continue first. 二人年を重ねた。二人 two of us 年 years like in terms of age 重ねる is to accumulate, to stack so 思い出しては二人年を重ねてた so as far as I remember in my recollection 二人 the two of us have been stacking up the years. We have been accumulating the years. Which is very interesting because if you remember just 2 lines, the first line of the verse まだ止まった刻む針も The clock hand is still stopped. Time is not moving. And yet, every sentence that comes after this is talking about time in one way or another. One is that you have stayed in this messy room for a long time. One is that things are not changing, and yet the two of us, or the two people that are being mentioned about in this song, are aging, they're growing, and yet time has stopped. So is time moving, or is time not moving? Interesting. また止まった。落とす針を。また止まった。Here is very similar to the first line of the first verse, but instead of まだ止まった、it's また止まった。So not still stopped, but again stopped. One more time. It was stopped once, now it's stopped again. Again, stopped. 落とす is to drop. 針 needle. 落とす針 the only needle that drops, I think of, is a gramophone. And a gramophone does appear in the music video when this line is sung, so we know he is talking about a gramophone. And if you look at the next line, it's even more obvious. よく流した、聞き飽きるほど。聞き飽きる、聞く is to listen. 飽きる is to get tired of. よく流す、よく is often, 流す is played. I wrote the word broadcasted so that it's more specific to audio. So often broadcasted, tired of listening, ほど, to the extent. So it's played so often to the extent that I'm tired of listening to it until I'm tired of listening to it. Which is funny, right? The needle of the gramophone is stopped. Well, then again, I guess the needle is not the one running. The disc is the one that is spinning. Debatable. 変わらないね. The same thing as before. It does not change, does it? Rhetorical question. 変わらないで. These don't change. You're asking a favor.You're telling whatever that is changing or not changing to remain the same. 変わらないで。いられたのは君だけか。いられた stayed. のは君 to だけ only か。Rhetorical question again. So you are the only one that stayed, huh?Now we come to the pre-chorus. 無駄話ではぐらかして無駄話ではぐらかして無駄話 useless talk 無駄 useless 話 talk conversation はぐらかし escape avoid procrastinate 触れた先をためらうように触れた touched 先 Well, saki has a lot of meanings like yubisaki, your fingertips. I think based on the context, it's talking about whatever is in front of you. 触れた先をためらうようにためらう hesitate ように as if like as if hesitating 触れた先を the place in front of you that you touched 足踏みしてずれた針をよそに So we see 針 again, needle ずれた slanted よそに ignore 足踏み 足 is leg 踏み step So here I wrote stomp. You step forward, ignoring the slanted needle. So imagine like you cannot really see very well. Maybe it's dark at night or something. So you touch in front of you and then you hesitantly take a step forward. And actually you can see that there is a slanted needle, but you ignore it. I guess. This is the third time that the word needle appears.I'm not exactly sure what imagery he's trying to give with all these needles. One is about time, one is about music playing, and one is, well, perhaps the road that you are walking. Maybe it's not straight, it's not a straight road, it's a slanted road, and you step on that road anyway. You turn with the bends. 揃い始めた息が揃い gather始めた started 息 breath So you're starting to gather your breath. Remember, this person was hesitating, was unsure. And so before you take that step forward, you take in a deep breath and then you enter. You step ahead. And with that, we finish the kind of first verse and pre-chorus. Already we see a few interesting concepts. with regards to time passing, with regards to some sort of needle. There are a lot of feelings involved that are being described using objects and things around to give this image of a night that you really couldn't care more about. Or is it, really? We'll see in the next part. じゃあ、またね